Welcome to this video. In this one, I'm going to show you how you can create a funeral or a memorial of your loved one or someone else on Memopedia. So first off, this is the home page, and I'm going to scroll down to show you some of the funerals that have been added to Memopedia. This is an example here. So I'm just going to click on one of them, this one for example, and it's going to show the details. Like, this is the biography, and then there's some other information, there's the gallery, and then another thing is you have the ability to get donations when you create a funeral on Memopedia. So I'm going to go to the gallery to show some of the images that have been added to preserve the memory of this particular person. All right, so now I'm going to quickly go ahead to show you how to create a funeral or a memorial on Memopedia. Another thing you can do is you can also live stream the funeral service from Memopedia. So I'm going to click on this button here and go to my dashboard. And when I'm on my dashboard, I'll click on funeral. And from that page, you see the button here to add funeral. So I'll click on add funeral, and then I'm going to be required to pay the funeral creation fee. It's actually a one-time fee to create this funeral. So let me just go ahead and click here. Depending on the location you are, you're going to see a different payments processor. I'm going to go ahead and make payments, and then once I've made the payment, I'm going to come back and finish creating the funeral. So here I'll just click on make payment with Stripe, and then it's going to take me here to my page. So I'll just pause the video, add my credit card information, and make the payment. And just like that, I have the ability to add the funeral. So what I just need to do is to add some details about the funeral. So I'm just going to add some dummy details. So I'll say John Doe. And then I'm just going to select a country. Any country is fine. Select the state. I'll just select any state. And then you just need to add the birthday and the date of death for the person's funeral. So let me just actually select anything as well. So, but I think I'll change this to maybe 1990. And then here we're just going to select the date of death. So it immediately calculates the age of the person. So anyway, this is, I don't want to do a young person, so let's just do 1950. And then let's see if we can select something else. So I don't know what the age will be, but let me just say 90 years. 90 years. All right. Now you also need to add a biography. So let me just add something. This was a good man. All right. And then you need to add maybe some of the achievements that the person achieved before they died, and then click on next. Oh, before then you need to add the image of that person. So I'm just going to add an image. So I selected this image from my computer, and I'm just going to click upload. So the image is uploaded. So what you need to do once you've added this biographical information, you just need to click on next. So you can see here that you now need to add some details about the funeral, the arrangements, the vigil dates, the line in state. I'm just going to just keep pasting in something. Then the burial date. Now this, you need to add this as part of what you need to add for this to work. So I'll just maybe set a future date as the burial date, and then for these other ones, they are not compulsory, but I mean, you need to add them so that people know, get details about the funeral. All right, so I'm just adding, copy and paste here, and then I'll just click on next. You can leave all of this blank if you want to. All right, but it's important you know what it is. This is the author of the funeral, so this has to be like your name or something like that. And then this is the invitation message. So what are you telling the people that you want to come to the funeral? So you need to add that. If they are chief mourners, you need to add that as well. And then you could also add relatives. So if I click on add relatives, the people that are related to the deceased, you just click on add, and then you're just going to add the name. So for example, Sarah Doe. and then I'm just going to say this is the wife. And yeah, so just like that, you can add as many people as you want and then click on next. So this is for tribute. Do you want to allow public tributes, that's people to write comments about this person on the front end? So it's either yes or no. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it as no, but you can definitely set it to yes. Then when people write tribute, do you want the tribute to be automatically published on the site, or do you want to be able to review it before you publish it? So things like that. Then you yourself, you can add like a tribute from the back end here. So if I click on attributes, you see here that you just add an image, add the author name, the relationship to the deceased, and then some text for the tribute. And then of course set the status to published. So that's it. So but I think I'll just leave that blank. So to save time, I'm just showing you what you can do. Then you can also now add gallery items, photos of the deceased. So you come here, you select a photo, and then you just add that as well. So I'm just going to leave that also and click on next. And then finally, do you want to enable donations? Do you want to enable donations so that people can donate towards the funeral? So you can click on yes, and you get the option to add your bank account. So that's under accounts. If I click on, I'll do another video to show how to update your account details. But once you click here, you can actually do that. If you want to accept donations, how much do you want to accept? So for example, if I wanted to accept maybe $100,000, I just need to add the donation target here. So that's it. If I wanted to accept $10,000, then this would be my donation target. Then you need to set a title, a message, and a thank you message. Obviously, you need to add a start date for the donation and an end date. And then finally, you can always add an update after donations have started coming in. So, but for now, I'm just going to say no, I don't want any donations. And then you click on next. Finally, you can now select either you want to publish this funeral immediately or you just leave it as unpublished. Now, because I've not added the right information for this funeral, I will leave it as unpublished so it doesn't show up on the front side of the website. I'll click on Save Memorial. And then it's going to be saved. So you can see here that I now have this memorial listed. So if in the future I have more details about this person, all I need to do is click on edit, and then I'm just going to edit the funeral and make sure it's complete before I eventually set it to published. So that's how easy it is for you to create a funeral on memopedia.net. Thank you so much for this one. I will see you in another one.